Hi everyone, welcome on in and welcome back to all of our subscribers and members. If you're new here, my name is Shawn Games. I'm going to be your favorite queer disabled content creator from Connecticut who's going to make you fall in love with all of your favorite games all over again, starting with Assassin's Creed. In today's video, we're journeying back to Assassin's Creed 2 and all of the tombs. There was some great storytelling that I did while playing through all of these tombs, and whenever we play through a tomb, I always tell a story about my life. So I wanted a video that was just those stories. So for all of you who are looking for your Shawn lore and your moments of Shawn history, here's that all for you. I cannot wait for all of you to learn more about me and more about my history throughout my life. And I'll continue to do this through all of our tombs through the Assassin's Creed series. If there's ever a time where there's a long puzzle and I can just continuously talk about my life, I'm gonna do so. So without further ado, let's jump into our Tombs of Assassin's Creed 2. Buona fortuna. Wait a second. That has... Can I... I'd like to jump. Okay. That did have the Assassin's Creed symbol on it. Very weird that the catacombs have the symbol. Whoa. Is it a clock? Oh, this is so cool. Can I use these to navigate the city faster? Or can I just use them for this? Oh, this is so cool. I find the catacombs very interesting. Infiltrate Santa Maria Novella's catacombs to reach the Templar meeting. Okay. So there's potentially going... Oh, what's that? Okay, so there are some puzzles inside of this. Oh. Okay, so we're going to be doing puzzles to get around the catacombs. I'm assuming maybe the eagle's vision might help out. Okay, there's interesting art on the wall. What is this? Okay, so now we have to figure out a way to get to the other side through some type of jumping technique. Oh, okay, without falling, because I'm assuming if we fall, we die. So, jump. Okay, good. And we'll just jump here. Oh! Okay, that wasn't good. Am I stuck? Nope, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Okay. I assumed I was going to die right away if I fell. So that's good to know that you don't die from falling. Here, at least. Can I get up there somehow? Nope. Okay. I think we have to restart. Is there anything here that I can interact with? What is this? Probably the door that I'm trying to open. Okay, so let's climb this. This will bring us here. What is this now? Ah! Okay. Is this gonna make this easier? Or is this just giving me access to being able to try again? It's giving me access to be able to try again. Got it. Okay. So we are here. Here, here. Good. And then we're going to jump this way. Good. Perfect. And then we'll jump here. And we got it. Beautiful. Only took 2 attempts. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. Okay, now what does this open? Another challenge is what it looks like it opens. Okay. I really, really love puzzles in games. I'm not sure if anyone else is a big fan of like being wrong. And I know that's very weird to say, but I'm a big fan of being wrong with puzzles. I really like when a puzzle is that challenging that I've made a mistake and I've been incorrect. I really do appreciate a puzzle that is difficult enough to be wrong and to have to try again.
How long do we have to stand here, Saverio? It's so cold.
What do you want, Hilario? I like this guy's
paying us
armor.
good money to watch the
like gear.
The dead
I like this
try
guy's
to murder
armor.
us. I can't wait to go home to Elena and tell her how much gold we made tonight.
Okay, so puzzle room number 2. Oh, this is really shaping up to being something I'm enjoying even more. I really like being wrong with a puzzle because I really appreciate the work that goes into a difficult puzzle and making the player have to like rethink something or think about something in a different way. So when puzzles are difficult, it's something that I enjoy. I think that's also why I enjoy games kind of at their hardest difficulty, is because that is kind of like sometimes the ultimate puzzle of like figuring out, okay, what armor do I need to upgrade at certain points to be able to beat X boss? And I can't beat this boss because I don't have the certain stat or something like that. I think that's like when I feel about Dark Souls sometimes, when you can technically beat any boss in Dark Souls at any level. Like there's people who beat them at level 1 all the time. But for me, it's kind of figuring out that mix of like, okay, what level do I actually have to be for the not perfectly skilled player to defeat the boss. Oh, good. We got him. Oh my god. Thank the Lord. So I like those kind of like that puzzle too, of like thinking about those games as a puzzle as well. Oh, I could have jumped on top of here and assassinated him. Okay. Maybe that was what I was supposed to do. Probably. I just waited around the corner. Oh! Okay, I loved that. Okay, what did we open? We made a new ledge. We found a chest. We made a new ledge. We have to get up to the top of the ledge and then get our way over to the next one. Okay. But I like when games are difficult, and I like the difficulty increase in different games, and I like that. I like that puzzle of like trying to figure out, okay, what armor do I need? Do I need to change the class of my character for this boss? Do I need to make sure I have a certain number of strength before I go after this boss? For me, at least, I enjoy those types of things. But then I also enjoy the like coziness of like a puzzle game. So there's a... Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I really enjoy like the coziness of some puzzle games. So there's a puzzle game that I'm currently playing. It's called Railways. That's what I think it's called. And it's like just puzzles. It's the entire game. And you have to figure out how to get the trains to get to certain points without any things. But then I also love like tower defense games and that style puzzle of making sure I have the correct towers at the correct strength at certain points in the game so I can like advance to the next level. Because there's sometimes with tower defense games, if you didn't have a certain tower at a certain point in the game, then you're not able to advance because you need like the slowdown effect. You needed to get bonus damage instead of buying a second tower, for example. But I like all those types of games. So if you have any of those game suggestions that you really love... Okay, that's not what I told him to do, but okay, sure. If you have any of those game type suggestions, leave those in the comment section. I would love to check out more games. I've played a ton of them. Okay, why is he jumping weird? Ezio. Can we be straight, please? Can we be straight, please, sir? Thank you. Straight, straight, straight. Thank you. For once, I'm asking for a man to be straight in my life. For once. There's a first time for everything. Okay. So we're here. And then we're going to go back up. Sometimes the puzzle is understanding how to use the buttons of the game correctly. Is what I'm learning. Okay, so now we're here. And I'd like to climb this here. And we're going to go up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Perfect. So that's exactly where I wanted to go. And then I wanted to go here. And then this is the door that's trying to be opened. So then we're here. And then looks like I'm going to this way. Good. Ezio. He was gonna jump and fall. Okay, so we're seeing the Assassin's Creed logo over there on like so many different things. So did the assassins like run the catacombs and now they're, because the assassins are no longer here, they're not doing that?
Keep watch while I go look. This was supposed to be an easy job.
Supposed to be an easy job, but it doesn't look like it's going to be.
Shouldn't have come here. If I hear anything, I'm running to the other guard post. So help me God.
Okay, so we need to assassinate them now quietly. Looks like Simon's trying to say hello. Are you saying hello? Oh. Hi, baby. Hi, is this what you want? You want to say hello to everyone? You want to come sit on the desk? That's what he wants. Got it. Understood. So now we need to assassinate. Looks like potentially 3 of them without being noticed. Looks like I can go this way. So it looks like 1 becomes alone. At certain points. I don't know if them turning around is enough for me to just get them. So there's 2 of them who walk together and 1 who walks alone. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we wait for 1 of them to come over here. And we use the assassination technique, pulling them into the pile. Okay. Can I pick up the body? Oh. No! No! Oh, no! No! Okay, can I go? Okay, that wasn't what I was supposed to do. Okay, cool. I wasn't planning to do it that way. But, okay. That was not my plan.
Saverio,
my plan was to do it. Okay, we have to chase him now. Okay.
Yes, I think I got away.
Okie dokie. So we are now chasing after him. And have to get him before he gets to the other guards. Got it. And we're catching up. Oh my god, we were so close to getting him. Oh, this nasty. Oh! Oh. Okay, he's definitely ran away. I've definitely lost. Right? I've definitely lost this by missing that jump. Or does the game auto let you win? I think He's also looking for me? Okay. Ah, this is what I was supposed to do. And go over here. I don't know where he went. So I'm just gonna guess. And say I'm guessing that he went this way. Good. Ooh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Good. No, you have not gotten away yet. You have not gotten away yet. Oh, I was so close to getting him both times. Oh, I don't think I'm ever supposed to get caught up to him until the end. Can I? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're so close.
Run faster!
We are so close to getting him.
Kill the assassin!
I assumed that that door was going to shut. Oh, this is not good. Open the door. I don't think I need to. Okay, I don't think I was ever supposed to catch up to him. I think I was always supposed to... Can I... Can I lock onto a different one? Good. Ooh! Got him. Beautiful. We made light work of this guy. Beautiful. That's one down. Good. Okay, so combat. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wrong button. Okay. Good. Good. Wow, they hit each other. Okay, good. We countered. Okay. Good. Other guy is too far away from us to be able to actually hit us. And counter. Okay, can I actually counter? God! Excuse me. Good. Good. Countered. Beautiful. That's what I was actually trying to do, was have a nice clean counter, but the nice clean counter wasn't happening. Can I counter? Thank you. I hate that the counter doesn't work the way I want it to all the time. Maybe I need to upgrade it. Maybe there's like a window issue, like the window timing that I'm missing, that I need to be better about. I'm assuming that's the problem that I'm having, is like a window of opportunity, that I'm missing that window. Can I get up here without just... Okay, I thought I was going to press a certain button. Oh, okay, so far I like the catacombs. I talked last time about going to events and having fibromyalgia when I'm going to events. So I'm interested to see how going to Boston Calling, which is going to be an event where I'm going to be standing a whole lot, and something I'm currently struggling with is being able to stand for long periods of time. So I'm going to have to figure out what accessibility options they have for people like me, and kind of what I'm going to need for that. Maybe I can look into potentially getting like a small little like portable seat. I'm not sure if anyone has ever used one of those. If you have, and you have like a brand that you suggest, I can look for that. It is on the ground, so I can sit on the ground. sitting on the ground is a little bit difficult for me, so I'm interested to see that. It's kind of weird. It is a really weird, and we talked about this last time, kind of going from being, from what I had understanding, that I was fully able-bodied and just kind of had potential markers for lupus, but didn't have lupus and had random weird pain that I wasn't understanding, to now kind of fully understanding and getting the first stages of understanding of my disability and kind of going from there. So I'm interested to learn more, interested to see more. As I see more and more doctors, they give me more information. That information, is it helpful? Sometimes yes. Information helpful, sometimes no. So it really depends. So we're looking for the entrance here. And I'm assuming it's hidden some way. Maybe it is up here? Can I not climb this anymore? Is there a different way to climb this? I also think there is supposed to be a thingamabob here. A glyph? That's the word I'm looking for? You know, thingamabob. That's a really easily understood word. People understand when I say thingamabob. Yeah. That's like... all the people understand thingamabobs. Okay, so now we're here. I'm assuming... we're gonna... we've been up here, though, already, I thought. Is there something I missed? Which is how we get access to go inside this tomb? Oh! Okay, that's not what I... okay, that's not what I wanted. I wanted you to climb onto the left one. Can you not... oh, okay. So apparently you had to take an additional step up to be able to do it. That was very odd. And I definitely thought I climbed this differently last time. I thought we climbed from inside. Maybe I'm thinking of a different area that we climbed. Okay, so there are chests up here. But that's not the way into the tomb. Maybe we'll find something else up here that I'm not expecting to find. Interesting. So we can climb all the way up? I thought this would make it be really easy for us to find the entrance to this tomb. Oh? Is there something... a feather! Okay, that's not what I was hoping for. But I guess it's what I got? I was hoping to find the entrance to... oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I thought there was the... I thought there was the thing there. I jumped in the wrong direction towards the leap of faith. I thought that it was going to be easy to find the entrances to these things, but that does not seem to be the case. It seems that some of them are a little bit more difficult to figure out. I'm going to give one more attempt, and then maybe I'll come back to it later. I'm kind of like a 2-attempt person today. That's how I feel. I don't know if different days, people have different amounts they're comfortable attempting something with, like, failure. For me, I have 2 attempts for today. Oh my god, there was a thing on the wall I could have just pressed. I walked right past it, too. I walked right past it. I walked right past it. Whoa. This is really pretty. Who are these men?
Di Grazia, stay away from the artwork on the walls. And when your men paint the dome, take care not to disturb any of the sacred relics in the lanterna on top. They
Oh.
are the most important artifacts in our church.
Okay, so that's what we're
Yes,
going after
Padre.
to steal.
Just make sure to pay us the full sum for our work.
Interesting. Oh. So they're not all underground. Unless that's the way to go underground. Explore Ballistica Santa Maria del Fiore and find the assassin's seal hidden within. Oh, this is so cool. So they're not all, like, underground. I was assuming they were all going to be kind of, like, set up the same. But they're not set up the same at all. They're set up very differently. Oh, that's so cool. That makes me even more excited to do these. So as we're starting through this today, our goal is to find the assassin's sarcophagus. And time 3. Okay. So let's jump around and go over to this side. So I'm interested to see kind of what's going to happen when I go to the event. And my partner's going to go with me. So I'm sure things will be... Nope, that's a mistake. I'm sure they'll be to the best of that I can be. And also just we'll prep beforehand. I've been getting better at standing longer. I'm able to walk around without any issues, so like walking is not so much a problem. It's the actual like standing still is a lot of the problem. So maybe that might be something that we do. Okay, Ezio, I don't know why you decided to jump there. That wasn't what I asked you to do. I asked you to just jump once, not twice. Maybe that's something I'll do here, is I'll start practicing doing some standing here on YouTube. So while we're recording, do a portion of the video. Maybe I'll start doing just the intros. Every intro standing, every intro and outro. And then kind of transition from there. And then we'll work on doing more of the gameplay standing. And work on kind of building up my endurance a little bit. Because I think that's some of it too. It's endurance 1. It's making sure I have the right equipment in my shoes. Because I'm getting specific inner soles to help with it too. So that is also something that I need for support. Okay, let's go this way. And then this is the way we're supposed to go. Do I drop here onto this thing and swing over? Can we... Nope, I think we jump. Jump? Okay, oh thank the Lord that he made it. Okay, so we have
Ben,
checkpoint.
now I have a way back up in case I fall.
Perfect. So they have or they have intentional checkpoints that are made. So I know some of it's an endurance thing because with the pandemic, I stayed inside and went from living in Boston, working in the city, walking everywhere, like walking anywhere between like 10 to 20 plus miles a week, to living in Coventry, middle of nowhere, Connecticut, and not having any like movement in my day. That's the other thing. I was talking to my chiropractor who said like the best thing that I could do, I'm glad that he didn't fall to the ground there, is work on hiking. Because like the movement that you do from hiking, even if it's like a very small incline, is like your body's almost like quote unquote, and I say quote unquote as meaning like not for everyone, but for some people, is like the quote perfect workout. And he said for at least for me, having fibromyalgia, that it's kind of the perfect workout for my body, because it involves like uneven terrain, it involves movement of certain areas of my body that need movement. So there's also a mix of having this like sidestepping, and stepping weirdly is something that like my body needs to do more to get my muscles working differently. So I'm gonna try hiking. Kevin and I did a small hike the other day, which was nice. It was very short and it was helpful. I have my Apple Watch, so I also try and like get a certain number of steps a day too. And that like tracking of the steps definitely helps, because I can like make a goal and have a goal that's like achievable for me, and then once I achieve the goal pretty on like a regular basis, I can then up the goal, and I can do that all myself, and I don't have to do it as like, I don't know, some people struggle with this sometimes, but I know I do. I struggle with like kind of being told that I need to do a certain thing, like regarding like working out a lot of times. Sometimes I just kind of want to figure things out and like figure out where my mobility is, and then work on getting it just a little better each time. And the Apple Watch has really helped me out a lot with that, because I have like this marking of like, okay, you have rings every day that you close, and it also has like really nice gentle reminders, which I love. And the reminders are very like, your goal that you set for yourself was X amount of minutes of walking a day. If you were to find 15 minutes in your day to go walk today, you'll reach your goal, which is like much nicer, I guess, in my opinion, than situation of like, well, you didn't work out today, so like you're not gonna have success, and you're gonna continue to Ezio, why did we jump twice? You're gonna continue to have issues because you didn't work out this one day. It's like sometimes people can't do things every day, especially like having fibromyalgia. It's been something where I've learned that like some days it's just not gonna happen, and I need to be okay with those days of where it's not gonna happen, as much as I need to be okay with days where my muscles feel really good and I'm not in a whole lot of pain. I need to try and like also take advantage of those days, and those days of being days where I do more and I kind of push my limits a little bit more than I normally would. But also sometimes I just might not have time for it, and that's okay too. Okay, so we're gonna jump here, and then we're gonna continue to go this way. Okay, we're not gonna go that way because we're gonna fall to the ground as soon as we jump. I like talking about this kind of stuff because for many years my disability has been something I've been kind of like ashamed about, especially like mental health wise. I didn't want other people at like school to find out that I was having problems or like wasn't perfect. I have speech language disorder. I've had that my entire life, and growing up I had a lot of kids who were like, Shawn, why are you going to the outside classroom with the using a slur? And it has to, it's like feels really awful to kind of be like grouped, and you're trying to fit in, you're trying to grow up, but then at the same time it's like you need the support and you need the help to be able to be the same, quote unquote, as like other people. So it's this like battle that I had to face for a long time of like trying to, one, protect those people or like help those people. Maybe not protect's not the best word to use, but like advocate for those people when people are using offensive terms, because I kind of like quote like like the term passing is sometimes used like that, where I pass as not looking disabled because I don't have a physical disability. That's like, I don't have a visible physical disability, I think is the language I want to use there. So a lot of times I can say like, hey, that's not right. Like, you shouldn't say those things. But like, as a kid, it's hard because you're trying to fit in and you kind of have to figure out what that balance is. I don't think I'm going the right way. So for me as a kid, it was really hard. It was really kind of hard to find that balance. And I didn't for a long time. So like, being able to kind of be myself now and kind of getting to a point in my life where I can truly be myself. I was supposed to go up this entire time. I wasn't supposed to circle around. Where I can be myself and I can talk about my identity online. I'm kind of a little bit making up for lost time, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone feels that way. If you were like someone who came out late in life. I know some queer people feel that way when they've come out much later in life. They feel like they have to make up for lost time. And they feel like they have to be like extra queer. Oh my god, I thought that I was gonna fall. I thought that I was gonna fall and it was gonna be all over again. But that was not the case. Oh, thank the Lord. Okay, where am I going from here? Where the heck am I going? So I'm here. I can't climb this. Okay. Ezio, where are we going? Let's go back this way and stand here and kind of look at it from further away. So I think maybe I'm making up for lost time a little bit and trying to make sure that I can be vocal so someone listening to it feels more comfortable about themselves being more vocal about it. Okay, so I found this ledge here. And now I'm going up again. And I have to find the spot where I can go up. Let me heal so I don't just randomly fall and die. Oh, I have to go to this ledge one. Okay, that makes sense. So that's definitely what I feel like I'm doing sometimes. I feel like I'm making up a little bit for lost time, but also want to make sure that other people can be as comfortable in their own skin as they possibly can be. And by being vocal, I know that someone else will listen and hear, and if it doesn't exactly align with you, it's not for you, it's for someone else. But at the same time, you can still maybe take something from it. And listening to me speak about something about my life maybe will allow you to think about something of your own life in some way. And you're like, oh, I didn't compare it to this portion of my life, but now hearing you say it like this, I do. And you question yourself a little bit more, or you think about something in your life a little bit more, or you think about the way that you treated someone or the way that you said something, and you realize like, oh, hey, maybe I shouldn't have said those words. And you apologize to someone who you never thought you would apologize to, or you look at things from a different lens. And I guess that's all I ask people to do, is to try their best at looking at things from a different lens. Okay, I think I'm stuck. And I think I have to circle back. Oh, Ezio, 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 Ezio. Okay, we gotta go back this way and do that again. So that's all I ask, is if you're listening and you're deep in this conversation with me and you're like, okay, I feel it. Shawn, I've heard it a million times. And you do something about it, thanks. If you just listened and you thought about it and it made you think about something in your life differently, also thank you. If you're like, Shawn, shut the fuck up and go back to playing Assassin's Creed, sorry, I'm gonna talk a lot, especially during these moments where we're doing puzzles and stuff. I think it's the perfect opportunity for me to get out all the things that I want to say and all the things to do that I want to get out of my brain. No, Ezio! Thank the Lord that he died there. I can get all the thoughts that I've had in my brain out, and I can vocalize all of them, and I can say all of them, and I'm gonna continue to do so. So, if that's not your vibe, I'm sorry, friend. That's my vibe. Okay, let's go here. And now we're going to go around and we're going to do it correctly this time. And now I know that instead of trying to catch myself, just fall to the ground and it'll reset you back to where you need to be. Okay, so this. Here is where we need to be walking. And then we're here. Good. Okay, I don't need you to climb just yet. Thank you for thinking about it, though. Oh, maybe I did need him to climb. Oh, this is weird. I would have never thought that would be an area where I would be climbing. Oh. Okay. Oh, I hate this. This is so high up. I don't think I can make that jump. Can I? I don't think there's anywhere else for us to go. Oh my lord, the game does not make it seem like he can make that jump. The game makes that jump seem like it's not possible. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, let's loot the chests and start from there. We also have 10,000. I'm assuming those are francs? Like, French, I think that's the name of the currencies. They're called francs? They're called something else, maybe. I don't know, there's an F. So I'm assuming that, I'm trying to think of currencies that I know that start with the letter F. I think that's the only one I know. But I'm always going to talk about my life. That's something we're going to do here. And we're always going to play games that I enjoy. So, those things are a match made in heaven for you. Welcome on in. Exit through a nearby window. Cool. We're gonna break a window. Okay, break a window. No, we're just gonna open it. Just casually. No latch there. We're good to go. Choir boy. Great name. Oh, it was on this side. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. So now let's do this Assassin's Tomb and let's see what's going on in this. This one looks like a catacomb style one, I'm hoping. I wasn't sure if there's like 2 styles or if there's more than 2 styles. So far we saw one which was like a jumping thing where you had to jump all the way up to the top. Other one was a catacomb one, so I'm wondering, catacombs. A water catacomb. Oh, this is really cool. Okay, so it's looking like a jumping pattern. Infiltrate Rocca di Ravaldino and find the assassin's seal hidden within. Okay. Okay, so our goal is to go to the gatehouse. And it's looking like jump backwards. Oh, that's a new technique we've never used before, is jumping backwards. Okay, so I think the last time when we did one of these, I had a really long discussion about my disability, talking about life, and talking about things of that nature. I think today I kind of want to talk about where I've been in life and what I've done, kind of things of that nature. Kind of let you folks know a little bit of like what people call like streamer lore. I've heard it called a lot. Why is this? Huh. This is weird. Okay, so there's something that needs to lock it in place, or am I just going too slow? I could be going too slow because I'm like not reacting fast enough. Stop, Ezio, stop trying to run up the wall. Okay, I'm just not reacting fast enough. He's like... Ezio! Okay, try again. Okay, I'm trying to give... I'd like to give some streamer lore, just not yet. Okay, we got it through. So I think that's what my plan is going to be for today, is that I'm going to talk about a little bit about my life, where I've been, kind of what I've done, where I'm going. Okay. Looks like we're here. I don't know where we're going from here, though. This way? Nope. Okay, so definitely not that way. So I started making content in 2019. I started streaming on Twitch, actually. And with Twitch, I played a variety of games. I started off playing Magic the Gathering, which I've played for most of my life, if not all of my life. I've been playing it since I was about 10, 11 years old. I started playing Magic because there was a camp counselor who I thought was attractive, and this was like very, very early 2000s. So there was a hairstyle trend where, and I'll try and find a picture of it. I don't know if I'll be able to, where you twist your hair. It's like a punk, I guess punk at the time style. And this style he used to do on all the kids' hair, only if your hair was long enough. So as a kid growing up, I begged my mom to let me grow my hair out over and over and over again. I begged her to let me grow my hair out. And every single time, I'll go underwater. Oh. Okay, now I understand where we're trying to go. Begged her to let me grow my hair out. And every time that I grew my hair out just long enough to where he'd be able to do it, my mom would have me get a haircut the day before. And it wasn't her fault. I don't think I ever expressed it to her enough that my goal was to have him do this to my hair. I don't think she knew. Maybe she did. Maybe she just didn't want me to do it. But every single time, I think I like tried 2 or 3 times, and every single time it was never long enough. And he always used to be like, Shawn, it's just not long enough. So instead, I learned to play Magic the Gathering and started my career of learning card games. And I have been playing card games and playing board games ever since. I don't like to toot my own horn a lot, but I'm pretty good. I used to be a level 1 judge for a while. So I did... Okay, that's you. You're supposed to jump and grab. Oh my god, not this. I used to be a level 1 judge for a while, because a lot of my friends were judges. So for me, it kind of just made sense to be a judge. Okay, I'm struggle busting with this jumping challenge. Jump backwards. There we go. And backwards. Good. So I was a judge for a while. I played in tournaments, mostly large events was kind of the thing that I did. I enjoy traveling, so I really enjoy kind of going to those large events and meeting people. I'm a big trading person. I love trading cards. I don't know what it is, but I think I like money. I'm a big, I always have enjoyed, collecting things and money and just, increasing the value of something or, getting something valuable. So, with trading, I can, take 2 cards that are worth $5 and get a card that's worth $10. And, even though it's not a card that I need right away, I might need it later. So I always try and think about it that way. Is that as long as I'm turning the cards into something larger, it's a benefit. Because then at least I know... Oh. then at least I know that I'm kind of gonna be able to get the more expensive card that I want in the future. So I will also do that. Where I will...
Where did he... On him!
Why? That's not working! Can I assassinate him? Okay, or not. Okay. Oh my god. That's not what I wanted. I'd like my sword, please. Okay, good. Like if this other guy's just waiting. He's just waiting and good.
Where did he...
Okay, apparently I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted to... There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now that I can move around easily. So I look at trading as like a way to just like slowly get better cards, even though they're not the cards that I need right away. As long as I'm continuing to trade and continuing to increase my collection, I can continue to eventually get the cards that I want. So like an example of this is that I traded for an $80 card when it like first came out 2 sets ago, and this card I had no use for it at all. It was just this like expensive black card, and it apparently is really good in a format called Modern. So I was like, you know what, let me pick it up, let me grab it. And last week at FNM I was able to trade it away finally, and I traded away into a card called Imperial Seal, which is a card that I needed for a deck. So I went from having this $80 card that was good in a format that I wasn't playing. And can I...
Where is he?
Can you not see me here?
On him!
Okay.
Get him to the piano.
Buddy! Buddy! Oh my god!
An hour away.
Okay.
Which way did he go?
Good. 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 Can I just kill him? Thank you. Oh. Okay, messy is what this is. So as I was saying, I was able to finally trade it away for a card that I actually needed. So that's how I look at trading, and that's how I look at like collecting a lot, is that I know that I don't need anything right now, and I know that most of the time when I'm trading with people, I don't actually need anything, because most people don't have the expensive cards, and most people don't want to give up their expensive cards, because that's their baby, that's their expensive thing they got. And for me, it's like, I'm eventually gonna get the thing. Okay, do I have to speed demon my way over here? Oh, please don't be a time trial. It's gonna be a time trial. I know it's gonna be a time trial, because this game loves their time trials. But, so I was queer because I wanted to, I wanted to interact with this camp counselor more. And that was the only way that I was able to, was by playing Magic. So I learned to play Magic, and eventually learned more about what it's like to be queer, and learned more about queer education. I got involved in high school with the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network, GLSE, Gay, Lesbian, Straight, GLSEN. That's the word I was looking for. Can I jump this way? Beautiful. I got involved with them growing up. I was a part of a group called Jumpstart, and it was a program where the goal was to jumpstart different schools' education about queerness, where we would go to schools and educate them about different queer language, different queer knowledge. This is 2008, 2009, 2010. So it's very much the age of where no one really knew anything. So just like the language was just enough. Just like the bare bones basic language was enough. So For me, it was a great way to get started and a great way to get involved in, like, activism and starting to do a little bit more of that. I got a lot of really great skills of, like, getting better at presenting. And my presenting skills definitely got much, much, much better as I did more and more presentations. I hate that he runs up walls. Oh my god, do not whack me, bud. We're gonna go over here. And we're gonna go... Can I just assassinate you? No? 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 You don't just want to be assassinated? You want to be difficult? Yep. Thought you wanted it to be difficult. The fox is here. No, the fox is not here. Oh, can I get him? Am I going to be able to get him? Yes! Oh my god, that made life so much easier. Oh my god, that made life so much easier. So I got a lot of really great, a smoke bomb off him. Oh, that's good to know that they can give you items too. I did not know that. I got a lot of really good presenting skills, and the presenting skills kind of got me to where I am. I started presenting at my high school, doing these presentations about queerness, kind of educating people that queer people are kind of just like who everyone else is, essentially, by like kind of going over, oh, your favorite artists, yeah, they're queer. And it was like a way for me to kind of like normalize it, was a lot of what I did. Because there was no way that a lot of the students at my school were gonna get it unless I did do something like that. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, this way. This is where I'm going. Maybe? Where are we going, Ezio? We need to go this way. We need to go that way. Oh, I was in the right room. I had to go up. And I went down. Okay. So, a lot of the kids in my school didn't really understand the whole reason why someone would come out and like what it was about and anything of that nature. So for me, just giving them this kind of like normalization of like, oh, your favorite actor is queer, or this person is queer, that person is queer, gave them a start to understanding queerness. And I did this for 2 years while in school. Okay, I don't know where I'm supposed to jump from there. Is there a timer to close the door? Okay, let's figure out the jump pattern first. And then we will have it go onto a timer. Okay, so I'm going here. We're going here. We're then going here, here. We're then going over there. But I gotta make sure I'm jumping correctly in order to get there. Okay, so we're up. We're up. We're here. Nope. Ezio. So I did these presentations in high school. The presentations in high school kind of continued all the way to my senior year. I eventually got involved with a event in Connecticut called True Colors. And this event in Connecticut called True Colors happens at UConn once a year. And then we'll swing right in. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Ezio, time to drop. And drop. And we'll get this on the second try. So I went to this event called True Colors in Connecticut, where queer educators will educate and just kind of have like a overall kind of just queer space for high school students who may be the only queer person at their high school, who are looking to meet other people. It's for educators who are looking for queer education because, oh, Ezio. Oh my god, we almost didn't make it. And it's for educators who are looking for queer education to be able to bring back to their schools. There is like a day 2 of it, which is a little bit more of like I'd say like 16, 17 plus time period of it. There's a lot of like sex ed with it, which is really nice. So a lot of kids don't have to go through their own sex ed at school. That like is based not on like protection and like education. It's more based on abstinence in America. So it's just this great environment to be around. I went multiple times. I haven't been back since graduating high school, but it's definitely something to where like I would definitely go back as an educator and I would do more educating at it. But that's a little Shawn lore, little what Shawn did in high school, what Shawn did a little bit before, and I'll do one of those every time we go through one of these secret assassins' tombs, and I'll weave in things here and there otherwise. But I think those assassin tombs where we're just like doing a puzzle or doing something like that, I think is a great time to talk about my life and things that are going on. Maybe at some point we'll talk about other things besides me. Maybe I can integrate other important conversations to have. So last time we spoke about my high school experience, and in my high school experience, I was talking about how I got really involved in queer education, in educating my local community here in Connecticut about queer language, and I kind of continued that into college, but I did it in a very different way. So I went to Southern Connecticut State University, that is in New Haven, Connecticut, and when I was there, I rushed a fraternity, Beta Mu Sigma, the oldest organization that is on the campus. And with rushing the fraternity, there wasn't really anyone in the fraternity who was out at the time. So I was the only person on campus who was joining what's essentially like a man's club. For those who are not in the United States or have never kind of heard of a fraternity before, it's kind of how that's like portrayed in media a lot. Where is this guy? And there's a lot of like big masculine energy all the time in it, and it's very like a stereotypical straight man conversations. And I was queer, but I had an interest in getting involved because I thought that it would be okay, why did he not assassinate him? I was locked on, maybe because I had to hold this. I think I was holding the wrong button. So it was different. I was like the first kind of like non-queer person, or sort of non-straight person to be rushing this fraternity. Okay, Ezio. There we go, boy. Catching on to things. Secret area located. Okay, I guess we're gonna do the secret area then. So like as like a queer person who I was out before college. Okay, the camera angle needs to stop. I was out before college and I wasn't out on campus yet because I just got there. I was a freshman. I didn't know anyone. So I decided to kind of take my time with it. And the fraternity kind of knew, kind of didn't know. Maybe they could have guessed and could have guessed that I was queer or if I wasn't queer. But I let that be up to their decision. Eventually I did come out to them and they were very accepting. And come to find out after I came out that I wasn't the only queer person. And that other members of the fraternity were queer but weren't out yet. Also, there were members of the fraternity before me who were alumni of the institution who were queer. One of our refounders was queer. So it was very much like, oh, I didn't realize that I didn't have to worry as much as I worried about it. So I kind of overthought it and I was safe. I was trying to be safe because that's oftentimes what happens with being queer, is that you try and be as safe as possible whenever you can when dealing with certain things. Oh, okay. We got caught. We got caught. We got caught. Oh, we got caught. Maybe not for long, though. Okay. Let's see if we can assassinate this next guy. He's over there. He does a little walking path back and forth. He stands and looks at that wall for a very long time. Okay. We're just gonna wait for him to turn around. Ah, he's coming over here. Whoa! There we go. Okay. I was silent. I'm always gonna be silent whenever I'm doing those assassination things. It's just like my brain just like, hey, you have to be silent. Can't get caught. And when I came out to the fraternity, it was kind of like a really liberating experience. My first time kind of in my life having a group of straight male friends, because I didn't really have many guy friends growing up. And with that, they were super accepting, and they were super excited to get to know me and to learn more about me. Okay. I need to figure out how to get up to the second floor. It looks like we go this way. And with my time there, I slowly became kind of the person who educated more people, and that was the only way that I was going to be able to kind of find my place on campus, was to continue to educate others about what it's like to be queer. And eventually I did a bigger conversation on campus. This was my senior year. I did a conversation on campus regarding what it's like to be queer and be in a fraternity, and how it feels really weird. And you might be thinking to yourself, like, oh, all you did was drink and all you did was party in the fraternity. And like, yeah, like there's definitely partying and those types of aspects when you are in a organization. But there's also those if you join a sports team on campus. There's also those if you join certain clubs on campus. So it's not just like exclusive to fraternity and sorority life that there's partying that's done on college campuses. It happens everywhere in every department. It's just kind of a little more ingrained into the culture. So, oh, buddy, goodbye. Kind of a little bit more ingrained into the culture. And what I liked about the fraternity and joining it is that there was this work hard, play harder mentality where you wanted to get good grades and homework and schoolwork came first, and then partying came later. Partying came after. So it was this, you need to make sure that all of your grades and all of your assignments are all put through. And if they're not put through, then you're going to have problems because you're not going to be able to get involved on campus. You're not going to be able to do what you need to do. You need to make sure your homework's done first. What's most interesting about that mentality of work hard, play harder, and like grades in school is that my dad was a member of the fraternity as well. So he instilled that in me in a very, very young age, was that you got your homework done first and then you went outside to play or went outside to do something. It was always that, like, education always was something that came first. So it's really interesting to kind of see that thing from my parents and that thing from the fraternity stay always. How do I get up here? Looks like I have to do some type of jump. Can I... Oh, there's a walking thing I can walk on. Oop, oop. Let's do that. Beautiful. Then we're gonna go this way.
Eccolo! You won't escape. There he is.
Oh. Okay. Love that. Love that.
I see him.
Okay, I hate you. Okay, back up where we go. But it's interesting. So my dad instilled that in me at a young age, which is just me having that knowledge from the get-go and kind of treating life that way. Is work hard, play harder mentality. And throughout my time at the fraternity, I continued to work on educating people around queerness, educating the differences of what Greek life is. Because a lot of people just view Greek life like the TV show Greek. If you've ever watched a show like that or seen something regarding what Greek life is in TV, while like for some universities it is like that, not all universities are like that, and not all universities are that party heavy. Some of them while they have their parties and they do their things like that, there's still that aspect of like education at the forefront. And for my fraternity, it was, which is one of the reasons why I joined the fraternity and one of the reasons why I got involved, was because they constantly were talking about things of that nature. Looks like we have 2 guards.
Get down from there! On him!
Okay.
Your carcass will be the pies this night.
And oop. Can I see? Camera angle. There we go. Camera angle. Okay. These camera angles have been so weird. But that's like the big thing I've been doing is, and I'm doing it now, is educating about what Greek life is and the differences that it is that people don't expect it to be. People don't expect Greek life to be this thing that's like positively talked about. A lot of people look at Greek life and view it really negative. But for me, it allowed me to network. It allowed me to be on campus in a way where I felt seen, heard. I felt that brotherhood, that group of people who wanted to help me out in any way they can. And I still have fraternity brothers who, to this day, who I reach out to for a job interview, for example. I have one coming up, and he said, sure, I'll give you a recommendation. I know X, Y, and Z person, and I'm happy to do that for you. But I wouldn't have that if it wasn't for my time in the fraternity during that experience. Okay, where are we going, Ezio? We're going up. We're going... Where are we going, Ezio? Oh, we're jumping backwards. I hate doing these. Okay. Oh, ooh. Can I... Ooh. How do I do this jumping backwards? Oh my lord, that was so scary. I hated that. Okay. And now where am I going from here? Up. Beautiful. Oh, and we're done. Perfect. So if you're in college and you're thinking about joining a fraternity, highly suggest you do it. If you're thinking about joining a sorority, highly suggest you do it. Find one that matches your ideals and matches your values that you have. For me, it was one that was based on education, making sure that school came first. I graduated undergrad with a degree in honors, and I continue to work on my education that entire time. So that was a big, important aspect for me. So it looks like we have 4 out of 6 of them done. I'll continue talking about college and my experiences that I've had in college the next one we go out and do. I can see your house from here. Previously to these Assassin's Tombs, we spoke about my experience being a queer educator. We spoke about my time in undergrad, in the fraternity. And today, I was hoping to talk a little bit more about my time in college, my time in grad school. Okay, Ezio. How am I getting over there now? I don't love this. Okay, this music is... Where am I going?
To find a way out.
Is he stuck somewhere? Or am I stuck somewhere? I'm stuck somewhere. Okay, this music is very loud. I was planning on talking a little bit more about my college experience, but... Okay, so apparently I am going up. Can I jump? No. Okay, how am I getting up there then? Okay, game. Let's do this. No? No? Game, what the heck am I supposed to do? It's trying to get me to go up there. There we go. I was like, why is it not letting me climb this? Very odd. Okay, so what I was... Ezio! Climbing random things, Ezio. Not what I wanted to see. Is you climbing... Oh my lord. Yeah, if this Templar was really running after... That's why I wasn't able to use my throwing knives. Was because... this Templar was someone we...
Kill the assassin!
Okay. What?
I'm being chased!
Okay. How am I opening the door now? Just with my hands? Not with my hands. Okay. I was hoping to talk about stuff today, but it looks like we're speeding through this today. How the heck are we going to get in there? So it looks like there's something to climb on over here. What other things do we have? Looks like there's that entryway door up there. Let's circle back a little bit. It's one of my like favorite business terms to stay. I'm not sure if anyone works in any type of companies who use that kind of language, but I have worked in companies that do. I love a good... Oh, let's circle back on that. Okay, so that's the entrance over there that we're trying to get to. Can I climb any of these walls? No. Can I climb this? Oh, I hear something. Is there something? No. Okay, can I climb this statue? Nope, we can't climb this statue. What about the other statue? No. What about this door here? Ah! There we go. Okay, and back. Beautiful. Okay, and then we're gonna jump. No? Okay. Thought we were supposed to jump to that thing, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So let's jump back. Okay, Ezio, that's not the jump that we wanted to do. I was hoping to do a different jump. Okay, so we're gonna jump, grab here. And Ezio, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep doing that? Jump, grab, good. Okay, and then back. Okay, good. And now where do I go from here? I want to grab that. But it doesn't look like I can grab that. Can I grab this? No. Okay. So what my plan was to talk about today is talk about kind of my college experience. So I went to undergrad at Southern Connecticut State University in New Haven, Connecticut. And when I was in undergrad, as I talked about last time, I was a active fraternity member. Okay, there's nothing for me to grab there. And with that experience, when I went into grad school, it was really interesting. I always wanted to go to school in Boston, but I never got the opportunity to go to school in Boston. And I couldn't afford college. College was something that I was very lucky enough to have both my parents work for Southern, which allowed me to go at a discounted rate. Otherwise, I would have never been able to attend college. And so when I went to grad school, I finally chose a college that I wanted to go to, because I always wanted to go to a school in Boston. Boston was kind of always my end goal. And here? Where are we supposed to be going? It looks like there's something I'm missing. So I finally got the opportunity to go to... Do I do this? And turn? Ah, I think I figured it out. Okay. I was able to do a jump there. Why is he no longer able to do that? Ezio, what is going on? Okay. And then let's try this again. So it looks like there's a... Oh, okay. So you're not supposed to land there? So I finally got the opportunity to go to school in Boston. And it was kind of everything I wanted it to be. Because growing up in Connecticut, I didn't really have the opportunity to be around many queer people. Even though I did all of that queer activities and I was involved in things that were related to queerness, I really didn't have diversity of queer people around me. So for a lot of my life, I kind of only knew the same queer people. So moving and living in Boston really gave me a different perspective of what it's like to be queer. And I really enjoyed that aspect. Okay, so that's not what I'm supposed to do. I really enjoyed that aspect of living in Boston. And that was, for me, was probably one of the better parts about living in the city, was just having such a big group of people to kind of be around, and always having an activity to do, always having something to do. And Boston just kind of felt like home to me, felt really safe. And I was lucky. I'm lucky enough to have that privilege of feeling safe when being in Boston. So I did really enjoy my time there. Okay, I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. I am a little stuck. So I go here. And then there's a doorway over there. And there's no entryway to that doorway. Let's back travel a little bit. Maybe there's a different path I can take that I'm not looking at. Is there a wall that I can climb or something? No. Okay, so we're here. We're here, we get to this room. We were chasing him. We get here. Here we have what used to be something that we could have jumped on to glide our little booties over. And then I would think that I would be able to hold on to that big piece up there and walk around. I don't know why I can't do that. Is it potentially really this simple? Not me fucking overthinking it. Ezio, what was that? You were supposed to jump and assassinate them. Okay, let's just make this easy peasy. Okay. I made that more difficult than it needed to be. I can't believe that I, Shawn Games, made that more difficult than it needed to be. God! Really? 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 That's all I had to do was just jump against that one wall? Is all I had to do? God. So all I can say is that if you're looking to... There's a lot of conversations I would love to have about Boston and about moving there and about it, like, being expensive to be safe, which is like a really weird phenomenon to kind of like think about, is that, oh, there's more puzzle. We do have time to talk about it. Beautiful. So there's this weird phenomenon that I think is really interesting, that living in a major city is really expensive. And when you live in that major city, you have the opportunity to feel safe. And people who don't have money don't have the ability to live in those major cities, which don't always give them the opportunity to feel safe. So I think it's really fascinating that this is timed, isn't it? Yep. Oh, bet your stars it's timed. Why can't I... Oh. Can I swing? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to solve the puzzle? And each of those bars solves the puzzle? Ezio. Oh, this is weird. Oh, okay. So it's really interesting to think about, like, the privilege of having money and being able to then also have, like, the privilege of feeling safe. So there is... Oh, Ezio, why don't you jump to the left when you do that? Why do you jump always straight into the water? So I find it interesting. So, like, I've always wanted to feel safe. Okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to... This advanced wall jump that they just like, hey, by the way, there's an advanced wall jump technique you need to do. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna be here for a little bit. I already have the thought process that I'm gonna be here for a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. So this design, I think I need to move it multiple times. That's what it feels like. And let's see if that's the case. So I find it fascinating. Ezio, God, fuck you, bud. Fuck you jumping in the water constantly. I wish you would kind of just, like, free run the way I want you to free run. And not, like, need me to pause. Ezio, you are gonna give me the biggest ounce of agita today, is what you are going to do, bud. Because this... Okay, we're going here. And... swing. Okay, nope, not where I want you to go. I want you to go... here, but that's not what I want you to do. How am I... Oh, okay. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Ezio. Ezio, why? I find it really difficult to, like, do this for some reason. But, as I was saying... Okay, this is fine. I'd like to figure out how the fuck you want me to jump here. Okay, so there's no special jump that you have me doing. Am I climbing up this water wall? No. How the heck am I getting up there? Okay, so I do have to do the special jump. But I have to figure out how to do the special jump. Okay. Where is that entrance? Oh, I'm on the wrong side of it. So now I have to restart the entire puzzle again. Weird. So there is this privilege of, like, being able to live in an area where people can feel safe. And that's, like, one of the big conversations that happens a lot, that people want to be able to feel safe everywhere. And not just feel safe when they are in their home, like, and by home I mean in their home as in, like, their home state. People want to feel safe everywhere. And that's the... Can I... Ezio, why... There we go. Cool. And that's the big conversation a lot of times when people talk about, well, like, people are safe. Queer people have safe spaces to go to and have safe areas. And it's like, yeah, people who have money have safe places to go to. But for the majority of the queer population who doesn't have money, they don't have the opportunity to be in a space that is affordable to live, but then also safe for them. So I had the opportunity to live in Boston, which really gave me this new, I guess, perception of, like, money and how expensive it is to, like, feel safe in your identity. And that was never something that, like, I even really thought about, because, like, growing up and being white, that's not something that I have to think about on a day-to-day basis. That's the privilege that I have, is not having to have to think about that. So for me, it was really interesting to kind of be in Boston and have this new lived experience where I'm learning about that. So I lived in Boston. I lived in Boston for 3 years, and I had the time of my life. I loved every aspect of it, and I would love to move back to the city. I was in some of the, like, best, but also worst health of my life. Like, I began my mental health journey of, like, really beginning to work on my mental health when I lived in Boston. God, fuck you, Ezio. I began my, like, journey of, like, finally working on my mental health and finally, like, feeling safe to be able to do that. Being away from, like, family and life and just, like, judgment of my hometown. I finally feel that I had the opportunity to, like, start working on it. So I really did begin to start working on it. And ever since, I've been able to work on it, which has been something that has been really helpful to me and has gotten me to a point where I'm able to talk about it. Fuck you, Ezio. You're doing so good, Ezio. Where I'm able to talk about it, and I'm able to talk about it online, and I'm able to talk about the struggles of, like, finding a therapist who really does vibe with you, but then also finding one who you can afford, because that was a weird situation too for me. Well, I'm not gonna make it. I might make it though. Come on, Ezio. Oh, thank the Lord we made it. Ezio. Good. Oh. So that's, like, the same time. Is, like, I had the opportunity to finally find a mental health counselor who worked for me and helped me out, and I'm able to get to the point where I am today, where I'm able to talk about my mental health pretty publicly and able to talk about the struggles that I've been gone through and that I'm still going through, and being able to do that took years and took the money to be able to live in a city where I felt safe enough to do that. So it is really something to think about if you are someone who's really struggling in your life, to make more spaces where people can feel safe. That's what a lot of queer people who live in the South, let's say, for example, or live in countries where hate rules, that's their goal. Their goal is to create these spaces that are safe for queer people as much as they possibly can in areas that are predominantly not queer. We're like, Boston is super queer, New York, super queer, LA, San Francisco, Seattle, all super queer places where queer people live, and it's easy for a queer person to find other queer people in their area. But like Connecticut, not so much. They exist, these spaces kind of exist, but they didn't exist for a really long time. They didn't exist like frequently enough for 2012. Also, a lot of these spaces are centered around sex and centered around alcoholism. So for someone who is either an alcoholic, a recovering alcoholic, someone who doesn't want to be around alcohol, someone who doesn't want to be around the party scene, there's really not a space for a lot of those people. So like me, someone who's sober, there's not queer spaces that are sober a lot of times. So having to find those places, a lot of times you have to create those spaces. So I was lucky enough when I'm living in Boston that they had those spaces already. So think about that, and that's my thought. That's my life. That's the things I want to talk about today, and kind of thinking about where you're at in life and what you can do to make more spaces more accessible to more people. When we talk about accessibility, accessibility isn't just the physical, someone with a disability showing up. It's sometimes being accessible to more than that. Being accessible to people who are looking for these sober spaces and looking for things of that nature. So it's something to think about. So something that I like about having these times to talk and having these times to kind of go into detail about different aspects of life is that I can talk about stuff like that where you may not think about that because you live in a situation to where that's not something at your forefront of your brain. So kind of having you relive some of my lived experience through the times we talk, and I have 1.5 million stories that I can talk about. So don't think that this is the last time we'll have a story about me in Boston, and don't think that this is the last time we'll have a story about an experience in Boston and talking about accessibility and talking about my life and talking about things that I got myself involved in, talking about the things that I shouldn't have gotten myself involved in when I lived in Boston. We're gonna talk about that as well, because there's some things that I got myself involved in that, let's just say, decisions were made. Decisions were made. They were very made. And they shouldn't have been made. Last time we spoke, we talked about my time living in Boston. So I thought it would be a good thing to continue talking about. And with living in Boston, this was a really interesting experience for me. So I lived in Boston from 2008, 17, 18 to... This is too easy. This is too easy. Oh, okay. I was like, that was way too easy. Solve the 4 trials. Oh! Okay. So, when I lived in Boston, I lived there... I graduated in December 2016, so I moved to Boston in 2017. And I lived there for about 2, almost 3 years. And when I lived there, my first year was probably the hardest year that I had while living there. And it was really hard because I moved to Boston partially kind of for like a little bit of a kind of selfish reason. So I had a friend who we kind of fell out of our friendship, and our friendship kind of disappeared due to differences of me not liking a partner of theirs, and with that we stopped being friends. So it was something that was a little difficult for me that first time moving to Boston, because to be truthful, I kind of moved to Boston a little bit of a selfish way. I moved to Boston to hopefully reunite my friendship with her, because that's where she was living. And also kind of at the same time, or am I going up? Hopefully I'm going up. And at the same time of doing that, of trying to reconnect with her, I wasn't able to reconnect with her. So I moved to Boston, and what I thought was going to be us reconnecting and us finally reconnecting, we saw each other, we hung out once, and she never spoke to me again. So it was kind of like we made the attempt, and our relationship just kind of ended there. And it was really, really hard because I kind of planned my life around being friends with her again. I didn't have any friends who lived in Boston, and it was a brand new place for me. So I got really lonely, like really quickly. And I wasn't seeing a therapist, and I was struggling with mental health from undergrad. So going from struggling with mental health in undergrad to now going to college and struggling with mental health even more, my brain is now like, oh fuck, I need to do something about this. So I finally made the decision to start seeing a therapist. And I started my kind of journey to beginning to look at my mental health in a more serious way. Ezio, can you not climb up these things? And... okay, but Ezio, how are we going to get up there? Oh, we're going to get up there like this. Nope. Ezio, why? Okay, Ezio, there we go. Thank you. Can you go up on this? Nope, Ezio, why? So I began my mental health journey of beginning to work on my mental health. Why was he able to climb it before but not now? I don't think I'm going to make the time on this one. Ezio, why are you being so difficult about this? Okay, why is this... Ezio, what the fuck, bud? Is there another way that I can do this? Can I reset this? Because Lord knows that I'm not going to get there in time. Let me keep practicing. Yeah, look at that. Timer's already almost done. Okay, how the heck do I even start this one? So we're here. And... yeah, that ticking is loud. Okay, so we do have to bounce off the wall. That's fine. That's fine. The book will try again. So we do have to bounce off the wall. And then, how do we get to the next spot? So the timer goes here, so we have to crawl around. Okay, so let's go up. Let's go up. Okay, so we have to go to the right then. So we go up here. Why are you being so difficult? And we do the special jump. Okay, why is the special jump not working? Okay, Ezio, why are you being weird? Ezio, why is this special jump being so weird here? So I'm holding this, we're running, we're jumping, and is there another option that I can do to get up there properly? What is this? Can I jump here? Oh! I can go this way. It takes a little bit longer, but it's more compact. So as I was saying, I didn't really know anyone, and I had to kind of remake friends kind of all over again for the first time. So as I'm making friends for the first time and not really having... Ezio, you motherfucker. You knew where I was trying to have you jump, and it was not to the ground. Oh, Ezio. Jesus, there's too many things for him to jump on. So the game allows him to just jump on everything. Which is, like, kind of a benefit. But at the same time, when I need him to do something quickly... Nope, you didn't want to grab the side there? Okay, bud. Great. We're gonna have to reset this again. Unless there's like a secret jump thing that I can do. Okay, here. That's not the wall. Ezio, buddy. I'm just gonna keep telling my story, and the timer is gonna fail, and we're gonna figure out how to do this. Nope. Incorrect, Ezio. Okay, let's just wait for the timer to end, and then we'll restart. He has to grab onto everything as we're dropping. Cool, buddy. Whatever that attempt was. Whatever that attempt was, I don't know what it was. It wasn't good. So, I started my mental health journey, and I started seriously, started talking about my life. And started talking about, oh my lord, Ezio. Jesus, where the heck are you jumping? Okay, we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. And then we're gonna go here. And then you're gonna go here. Good. Okay, we made it across. So I started my mental health journey, and I started seriously going to see a therapist, and I started off going weekly, and can we go up still? Come on, Ezio. Oh my lord, buddy. Okay. Oh my god, we're running out of time. How do I... Where is it? Now, where am I going from here? Okay, I finally got up here. Oh, it's there. I gotta make it up this way. Oh my lord. Okay, so we got farther that time. So I started going weekly, and I started seeing a therapist, a counselor on campus, because I didn't have health insurance that allowed me to see anyone else. And she helped. She was like a great, I would say, like, beginning therapist. She was still a student. She was a PhD student who was doing like required hours. So I was only able to like see her a certain number of times before I had to like officially like move on. So if you're a college student who's looking for therapy, just know that like that is how the therapy at your like local college is probably going to work, is that you're only going to have a limited number of sessions before the sessions kind of... Ezio, why didn't you jump there, bud? Before the sessions run out. So I did those kind of first sessions. I then found a therapist who I then began to see on a more regular basis, and it took a long time for me to kind of feel comfortable enough with the therapist to kind of tell her everything. And I think that's the thing that people forget kind of about mental health stuff, is that it's not just this, like, you go once and you're cured. And it's also not this thing of, like, you go once or twice and it's like, okay, I've been to therapy. Therapy's all done. It's like one of those things. Oh my god, Ezio. It's one of those things where, like, you never stop going. You just increase the time in between your therapy appointments. And I think that's the thing. Why can't I... Is there like a certain one I need to jump off of? And I keep jumping too high? Can I... Why am I not able to make that jump? Okay. Why is Ezio not able to make that jump? So we're here. We're all the way up here. And then he makes this jump here. And then we make the jump onto the thing. Okay, so we almost got it. This one's a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you, this one's a little difficult. And I think that's the thing that people forget the most about therapy when they're going, or when they've, like, are talking about therapy, or, like, maybe their family doesn't understand therapy. At least for, like, my family, they didn't understand, like, the point of therapy. My mom, like, didn't really have a positive relationship with therapy until she started going herself. So it was like this relationship of, like, only times that people in my family were going to therapy was when they wanted to unalive themselves. So my mom was like, do you want to unalive yourself? And it's like, no, I would like to get help, so I don't do that. I want to get help so I can continue to make strides towards not doing something of that nature. That is the goal that I have of going to therapy. Of, like, making sure that that's not something that I do. And making sure that that's not something... Okay, Ezio, you've got to jump backwards, bud. And going to therapy just a couple times, you don't, like... Okay, so... I want to jump backwards. Why is he not jumping backwards? Do I need to switch my camera angle? And so we're up at the highest point. Nope. Nope. Jump backwards, Ezio. Why did you able to do it before, but you're not able to do it now? What the heck? Why was he not able to do that? So I'm here, all the way at the top. And he jumps against that wall. I want you to jump backwards. So I gotta hold to the... Okay, but that has you miss when I hold that direction. So I was holding to the right there that time. Okay, so I have to, like, really hold right and not have any drift at all in the holding right business. So, like, therapy, as I was saying, is not like this one and done thing. The portion of it that's one and done is that once you start, you don't stop. And it's something that you continuously do to continuously work on yourself. And there's always something that everyone can work on in therapy. And sometimes, for me, I really, for a lot of people, have them look at therapy and kind of explain therapy as like, you get an unbiased opinion about situations that are going on in your life. So you have one person who you meet with, who you kind of tell your story to, you kind of give them information about, and they give you an unbiased opinion, because a therapist is not supposed to tell you to choose to do something or to choose not to do something. Their goal is to give you tools and to give you information that you can use to make a better... Okay, I need to... Drift. Good. We got it. Is to make the best decision possible that you can make kind of for yourself. We're making the Assassin's Creed symbol. I figured out why they're rotating like that. So, when you're going, you're always going to find some type of solution about something in some way, or find tools about something in some way. And a solution may not be the best solution, may not be the thing you want, but it's like an option. It's something of that nature. So when I say that everyone should continue to go to therapy, I mean that there's always going to be a problem going on in your life. There's always going to be something you need to work on. There's always going to be something that you can do to better yourself. So you don't stop going to therapy, you just increase the time in between. So that's when I look at therapy, that's how I look at it, is that therapy never ends. You just stop the amount of time, you increase the amount of time that you go to therapy, that you increase the amount of time that you have in between your therapy sessions. So like when you're going to therapy for the first time and you're feeling, oh, I am feeling better about myself and I am feeling better about my situation, that to me tells me to tell you to increase the amount of time that you have in between your sessions. Okay, I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way. This is going to be another one of those ones where I need to take a second to figure it out, potentially. Because I didn't see that bar there. And that's where I needed to go. And then we're going this way. And then this way leads us to here. And then this leads us up. We might make it by the skin of our teeth, potentially. Nope. I don't know where it was. Where is it? It's all the way up. So how do I get up? I have to climb the cross and then jump backwards. They really love this jump backwards thing. They introduced that in, I think, like the last Assassin's Tomb, and they're like, hey, that ability, we're gonna keep doing that ability. Hope you love it. Hope you love doing that ability, because that's not going anywhere, bud. But what I was saying was that, like, it's important to, like, continue to go. Even if you feel that, like, I feel like my stuff is resolved, there's probably something that's not resolved. And there's probably also something that you can continue to go for, and you can continue to increase the amount of time that you have in between your sessions. That way you're still finding help if something does come up. So for me, I know that when my mental health is better, I increase the amount of time in between my sessions. So I go from, instead of having a session every 2 weeks, I go and I have a session. Do I keep going up? No, Ezio, go down. Go right here. No, Ezio, up, Ezio, climb the center one. Okay, why can't you grab that? Ezio. Do I have to climb to the top of this? And nope. That's not where I wanted you to go. I want you to go back onto that bar. That's where I'd like you to go. So increasing the time... Okay, we're gonna keep trying this. This is fine. I'd like to figure out how to... Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay. So he can't do his special jump. You can do it from... Nope. Why aren't you able to do your special jump? Okay. So we have to do it from that second little higher spot is going to get us over there. So by increasing the time in your sessions, you're still like continuing to make progress. So for me, I went from being weekly, so my first sessions where I was going once a week, and for some people they go more than once a week, and some people need that extra support. But I started weekly, and then when I started feeling better about things, I moved to every other week, and then I moved to once every 3 weeks, and then I moved to monthly, and then things got worse, so I moved back to going every other week, and I've been every other week ever since, and that works for me. And there's a time where I went back and was monthly again, and there'll be a time that maybe I'll go back to being monthly again, but currently I'm not at that spot, and that's okay. And I think that's the like most important thing to recognize, is that it is something to where it's not a straight path. It's not, I am going to take this straight path all the way to having success in my relationships and to having success in everything going on in my life. It is not a straight and narrow path. You're going to go up, you're going to have your hills, you're going to have your valleys, and you're going to have everything in between. So taking time to kind of process each of those highs, and then you're going to have your lows, and going through that. And grad school kind of gave me the opportunity to finally kind of have time to do therapy, because for me, grad school wasn't super difficult. I like understood the student experience, and I really understood like the goals of the university and the goals that they had for teaching us to work with students. So for me, I found my first semester of college really easy, and I spent that time really working on myself instead of working on class, because I knew, okay, oh, Ezio, no! I knew that I needed to work on myself, and that was going to give me the most success in my college experience, was having a better version of myself attending classes. Is there an entryway over here? I'm walking too slow. Nope, it's over here, because why would there be a timer if there's no reason for me not to go over here? Gotta follow the timers. That's what I'm learning with these, is that the timers will tell you where you need to go next. Okay, so now we're going across. So my first semester of college was really easy for me, and I ended up having a really, really successful event on campus. So they had a career fair that I was in charge of getting students to attend, and I straight up used fraternity tactics, which were... Okay, why is the camera being so weird? I used fraternity tactics, which were going to the student center, going up to someone face to face, and inviting them to something. And not sending an email, because students don't read emails. You don't read emails. If I was to send you an email, you wouldn't read it. Like, to be honest, we have so many spam emails that we get, people don't want to read it. You have to go to someone in person or make a schedule. Example, me having a schedule here on YouTube that keeps you connected to the thing. So I know this, so I will always upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because it gets the people who enjoy my content to continue to come back because they know that that schedule is always going to be there, and it creates this like relationship in that way. So I had the relationship with the students on campus to go in person and say, hey, the Career Center wants you to come to this event, and here are the benefits that you will get from coming. No, Ezio. God, Ezio, we have to restart. God, Ezio, you missed the jump. Here's the benefits that the Career Center is going to give you by you going to this event. These are the jobs that you could apply for. These are the companies that are going to be there that you keep talking about with your overprotective parents, because I'm in Boston at a school who's mostly international students. So I had a lot of parents who were like, how can my son or daughter get the most out of their college experience every single time? Because this was like, for a lot of people, they're like one shot for their family at finding success. And that was something that was huge. And it's a lot of riding on your kid to be like, this is your one chance, you have to make it. Like, if you want success in life, here's your one shot, you got it. And like, I can only imagine being an international student with parents who treated me like that, because I would not be able to positively like have a positive relationship with my mental health. I would not be able to do that at all. I would be so over and done with problems of having those high standards to myself at all times. I don't know if I'd be able to do that at all points. My parents were very lax with me. But I told students that these are the events that are happening on campus. This is what's going on. And this fraternity tactic worked. It worked because I knew that it was going to work, and that's why I did it. And I went up to students and I talked to them face to face, and I leveled with them and said, like, this is the event that's happening on campus. This is the thing that your parents want you to go to. And this is the thing that we're doing to help you out. And that's what I did. And students showed up, and they had a record breaking of the highest number of students show up to one of their events than they ever have. And it felt great, because I felt like I was like doing the thing. Okay, why aren't you... What the fuck? Why did you not grab onto the... Okay, I thought he was supposed to grab onto the thing there. Isn't it right there in the center? It is right in the center. Why did he not grab onto it? Okay, maybe I need to be like perfectly centered. And students showed up, and it was like, oh my god, we can't believe that like this many students. Can I not try again? Hello? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong one. So many students showed up that they had record-breaking numbers of student attendance. I think I doubled the amount of students that they normally have at the event. And they were like, how did you do it? So I explained all of this that I've already explained to you. I'm not going to explain it again. And then I continued to take that, and I had the opportunity to get a job on campus, and I applied to work as a data scientist in the office, and I was doing data analytics for the office. So I got a job. But at the same time, I'm like struggling with mental health. I'm struggling with living in a city that like I can't afford. Oh my god, I can't afford it. I was paying $1,800 a month for a studio apartment for like a 1-bedroom apartment in Boston. Like $1,800 a month. That's double my current rent here in Connecticut. And I was paying that monthly. So, oh my god, I went too high up. Double my monthly rent of what I'm currently paying. So I ended up having to sell a lot of my Magic the Gathering collection. and I ended up having to like bust my ass like selling cards. So I'm constantly like leaving school to go and sell cards, and then I'm selling cards constantly to make money. Then I'm going to Magic to get more cards, to be able to sell more cards, and it was just like this continuous circle of me trying to get all the things that I needed to get done to kind of improve my life. And my suggestion for people, and kind of the reason why I bring this story up, was like to talk about like things aren't easy, and they're not easy for everyone. And you kind of like, you see this successful put together person in front of you now, but that's like not always the case. And a lot of people are gonna hide that from the overall world, and they're gonna be the safe person who gives you just a little bit of information, just enough to like be your friend, just enough to kind of get you going, and you go from there. So it's something to think about, that if you're struggling with things going on, you might want to consider therapy. You might want to consider therapy once a month, once every 3 months, and kind of figure out what that journey is going to look like for you, and what those steps are going to look like for you. And admitting that you need help is a great first step. And I can talk about how to find a therapist. I can talk about those things as well, because people struggle with doing that. I can talk about insurance, because I have dealt through my ass with insurance. Being disabled, I have had issues with that, not being able to afford my rent every single month and going through state insurance. Like, I have been through it all with insurance. So at some point, I am happy to talk about insurance things, and I'm happy to talk about those things because I know someone else in the world is feeling that same pain and that same problem that I was facing with insurance and had no one to talk to. I hope you folks enjoyed reliving all of the tombs of Assassin's Creed 2 and all of the stories that I told about my life. I cannot wait to learn more about all of you in the comment section below. So I would love it if you left a like and a comment of your favorite part in today's video, or a reaction to any of the moments that I talked about. Did those situations also happen to you? Did you ever have similar feelings during certain times in your life? I'd love to know the stories about you all. So leave those in the comment section below. If you want to join us in defeating all of the Assassin's Creed games, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when our newest videos go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we do an instant premiere here on YouTube so you can watch along with me and the rest of the flock. I'll see you folks soon, and I'll see you in the next video.